This is Eagle Owl, and today I'll be talking about the Brazil game versus the Packers. And can we wear green, or is it game related, or is that a myth? I will break that down. Also, we got to talk about Tyler Hall, a standout, and I will give a list of other standouts and why Tyler Hall not getting enough shine or enough love. I don't know. Lastly, Devin White, yes, he's stepping up in that leadership role, but let's get straight into it. All right, so before we get straight into it, let's talk about a new signee. Yes, the Eagles signed another nickel cornerback, Perry Nicholson. Ironically, that's his name. 29 years old. He played with Miami last year, so obviously it's a Vic Fangio signing. Um, Look, get as much bodies as you can. The Eagles are stacking up on these cornerbacks. I believe Howie Roseman, like, look, I don't want to ever in my life see a secondary like that. But he tried out for the team, and they must have seen something, whereas though he can possibly earn a roster spot. I highly doubt it. We are loaded. Could he be a camp body? Could he be a guy that we just want to keep on a practice squad, just have him in our back pocket, maybe? But again, he's older. He played under Vic Fangio last year, and he's playing under Vic Fangio this year. So Vic Fangio really liked this guy, but I just don't see how he'll make it over Avonte Maddox, Cooper, Tyler Hall. Like, we're deep at nickel, so best of luck to him, man. But you can never go wrong with enough bodies, especially, you can have guys on the practice squad. And if he's that good, just hold them in your back pocket. Injuries happen, and then we have that next guy up type thing. So we'll see how he pan out. We'll see how he pan out, man. But let's get into the topics, man. Let's talk about Brazil, man. This thing became a hot topic because of Josh Jacobs and the things he was saying on the Chris Long podcast. But let me play this clip.
I ask you, you're going to open the season against my Eagles down in Brazil, man. What are you most excited about?
They said that the part of Brazil we going to, you can't even wear green at.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Why?
They said, like, I guess something to do with the gangs and stuff.
Oh, dude, I'm not going. I'm not going.
They said we're not going to Rio. We going to. They told us they was like, man, it's one of them places where they probably won't even let us leave.
A full team.
Oh, damn, I'm not going, dude. No.
Eagles and
I was
Green
picturing.
Bay.
Oh, green. That's
Wait,
said,
what color? Yeah, what color green?
They probably gonna have like armored vehicles following us. I said, bro, why are we out here? Why are we here?
I'm picturing Josh Jacobs like hanging out on the beach and shit, but it doesn't sound like that kind of trip.
But I was looking forward to it. I'm like, man, it's about to be a fun week. They got telling us all of that. They're like, yeah, nah, it's not going to be like that. I'm like, yeah, all right.
All right, so cancel that trip. All right, we good.
Glad we got the inside.
So just so I know, what's the color of the other gang?
I have no idea. That's what I asked.
Josh, figure that out.
Literally the same question I asked. I said, bro, so they was like, man, look, just pack just black and white colors, because they was like, man, when you come out here, we don't want no mishaps.
Oh, like, that's wild, dude. All right. Oh, fuck, that's funny.
The color of the flag, I'm like, the flag is green. Like,
all right. So me personally, I heard rumors of this, like, oh, it might be game related why the Eagles can't wear green and the Packers. Then a lot of fans start asking, like, well, why did you have two teams that wear green if the gang stuff is that, bad out there? And shout out to Eagles Brazil. So Eagles Brazil put out a tweet and clarify some things. Now, I don't want to go over the full tweet. Hell, I might not even just read the tweet. I might just give you the cliff notes. I read it, but I don't want to bore y'all with my voice. Bad enough, I'm already monotone. I don't want to read a 4-paragraph tweet, but to break it down and give the cliff notes. So basically what they were saying was there's a soccer rivalry out there that's really big between two teams. And one of the teams, I'm assuming, wear green, and the team that wear green is the team that's hated in that city, Sao Paulo, Brazil. And the commentator jokingly said, like, when these teams come here, they shouldn't wear green because it can get seriously. But it could get serious. But it was jokingly, and the joke just went too far. Now, is Sao Paulo is the most safe city in the world? No. But is it like the trenches or the hood. No, it's like any other big city that the Eagles Brazil guy was explaining. Like, think of New York. You ask somebody in New York, you probably get a lot of different perspectives. So there's two main ones though. The main one is, oh, New York is this big city, it's beautiful, you can do this, you can do that, it's the hustle and bustle. But you ask somebody else, they're like, yo, it's the hood, it's muggings, it's shootings, it's robberies. And Sao Paulo's like any other city in the United States. Think of LA. LA got the Beverly Hills, look nice. But you go to other parts of LA, now it's gang culture, it's bad, it's muggings, can't wear certain colors due to gang reasons. Like Chicago. Go to the north part of Chicago, beautiful. It damn near look like New York. And then you got the south side of Chicago that's, that's a little rough and things happen, mugging, shootings, this and that. So Sao Paulo is still in that same area. Philadelphia, I personally love Philadelphia, but I asked a couple people, Philadelphia, is it the safest? No, but I personally love it. The places I go, I love Philadelphia. That's how I became an Eagles fan. So Sao Paulo's the same thing. And these dudes are millionaires. Like, they will be out the way of that stuff. I think Sao Paulo would, certain areas will treat them nicely. So the Josh Jacob thing was just a little blown up. He was saying, like, we got to travel armored cars, we got to stay in our hotels. It's like really that bad, but it's the largest city in Brazil and there's a lot to do. And it's like any other city in the United States. It got its good and it got its bad. So again, millionaires, they would keep them out the bad places. They'll be fine. So is the gang thing a myth there? As far as like wearing the green, yes, it's just between two soccer teams. Now, I would say they rivalry is not like ours. Like the Eagles and Cowboys rivalry make they rivalry in the soccer thing make it look like child's play. Look like the Eagles and Cowboys are child's play compared to the rivalries they be having. Like they go at it, like knocking each other out for real, spitting on each other, like they go crazy. So it's nothing like that. Eagles and Cowboys, we talk jump back and forth, but we shake hands and keep it that. But them, they fighting, knocking people out, spitting on them, all types of junk. So we'll be fine. They know it's the NFL. It will be okay. And again, it's not gang related. It's more of a big rivalry. But let's talk about OTAs just a little bit. As OTAs came to an end, we heard the Cooper DeJeans and the Quinyon Mitchells and the Isaiah Rodgers and the offensive side of the ball, the AJ Browns, the Devontae Smiths and things like that. But I wanted to know the underrated guys, like who are doing good that the reporters are not talking about. So Andrew, I'm gonna call him Andrew D because I don't want to, screw up his last name. And he put out a list of guys like they stood out and they are not being talked about enough. But one guy, he did say, obviously, John Ross, but these are the other guys, right? So Tyler Hall, who isn't being talked about enough, Andre Sam, then you got John Ross and EJ Jenkins. Now, EJ Jenkins, his name is, is getting up there. A lot of people are like, yo, EJ Jenkins, like he's having a camp, but I didn't hear anything about Tyler Hall, anything. So I'm happy he put that out there. And Tyler Hall was one of those interesting signings to me, just like when we saw Isaiah Rodgers at the time. Tyler Hall is a guy we signed. I'm like, that's an interesting signing because he was great. He was great in Las Vegas. I'm surprised they just, let him walk. But he was that guy that stepped in and really played at a high level. And I was really wondering, what is he doing at camp? Because I'm hearing Devontae Mathis and Cooper DeJean. But what is Tyler Hall doing? And according to the reporters out there, Tyler Hall is balling out of his mind. He's balling out of his mind. But at the time when the live tweets and stuff were coming out, they wasn't talking about him because I try to be fair to the reporters because we want to hear the Cooper DeJeans. We want to hear the Quinyon Mitchells and what the stars are doing. So some guys just don't get talked about. Like even he mentioned Andre Sam. A lot of the casual fans don't know who Andre Sam is or Tyler Hall is, but a guy like me that really deep dives into the Eagles, I want to know what these guys are doing, because Andre Sam was an interesting guy we got from, I believe, LSU, and he was like, I'm like, yo, he's somewhat of a steal. Same thing I thought about Tyler Hall, steal. Again, EJ Jenkins name is creeping up. Starting to hear his name a lot, especially with a thin tight end room. And John Ross, at one point, he was the ninth overall pick, so he's a guy that can sell headlines too. But it sucks when the Tyler Halls of the world and the Andre Sams, who are actually balling, don't get the same coverage. But hey, I know their main goal is they don't care if Eagle Owl or any reporters talk about them. They're trying to make the team and they trying to get that check and they want to win. So good luck to them. And hopefully, you know, it's not going unnoticed by the coaches. If the reporters see it, more than likely the coaches see it. Because Tyler Hall, especially him, because I think Andre Sam got a higher chance because we're so thin at the safety room. But if Tyler Hall make a big enough splash, he can make things wicked with the nickel cornerback room. He can surprise some people and really make this team. You know, he could either be that heartbreaking cut, but he'll be fine. He'll land on his feet somewhere, or he can really make the team and somebody else be the heartbreaking cut. So Tyler Hall is the name to watch. All right. So I want to talk about Devin White. Last but not least, Devin White. He put out an Instagram post, him and the teammates huddling up, and I like it. Everything Devin White is showing so far, he's showing he can be that leader. He's showing he can be that leader of the defensive group. At one point, he was a captain, and I'm pretty sure he wants that title with the Eagles as well, because the Eagles are giving him a shot. Give him a shot to redeem himself, to be that primary linebacker that we didn't have in a long time. Now, I know Elliott Short-Parks really loved his signing, and Elliott Short-Parks like, yo, he can really turn the linebacker room around. I hope so, because, again, he's bringing in that leadership type thing. I didn't see that a while from our linebacker group. As much as I love TJ Edwards, but he was like a silent assassin. You know, he was undrafted, but at one point he did, like, come up skill-wise, but he was never that vocal leader. And it seemed like Devin White could be that guy, so hopefully it, you know, pans out for Devin White. Hopefully, if he play at that high level we believe he can play, our defense will be great. But when I look at the defense overall, the only room that really worries me the most is the linebacker room. But if Devin White is playing at a high level, we will be fine. We will be okay. So it's good to, again, to see him step up in that leadership role. But hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel about the news today? Tyler Hall gone unnoticed. Also, the Brazil thing, interesting story, but overall, it's just like any other city. And Devin White, man. But this is Eagle Owl. I'm up.